Wyclef Jean, BKS1 Radio. Let's go.
This is Essence Atkins, and this is BKS1 Radio.
Hi, this is Melba Moore, and you're listening to BKS1 Radio.
Yo, check it out. What's the deal? This the chef. Giving a big shout out to my peoples. Big KS, you already know what it is. Salute.
What's up? It's your girl Monifa, and I'm hanging with BKS1 Radio.
Hi, I'm Iyanla Van Zandt, and you're listening to BKS1 Radio.
BKS Radio, baby.
Hey, this is Jasmine Guy for BKS1 Radio.
What's going on? This is Lamont Brooker, and this is BKS1 Radio.
Shout out to BKS1, the best kept damn secret in the business.
Hey, what's up? This is Raven Goodwin from BET's Being Mary Jane, and shout out to BKS1.
Hi, this is Leon. You're watching BKS1 Radio.
BKS1. God bless y'all.
Wake your ass up!
It's the official Man Cave Today show.
Yes, we in the building.
We in the building.
Salute to everybody on the check-in, man.
Good afternoon, good afternoon.
Yes, I'm excited. Full squad in the building.
Yeah.
Full squad in the building. All right, let's start the introductions off, just in case you don't know who we are by now. To my far right. Man that always has the plan because he understands. We call him Smooth P, baby.
What's up, y'all? Smooth P in the building. Happy holidays. All that good stuff, y'all.
No doubt. And the dude that gets a little rude, especially when he's in a bad mood. We call him what? Deacon Woo Woo.
Wu-Tang is for the children of conduct for after.
No doubt. No doubt. And sitting next to me.
Yes.
It's the beautiful,
the vivacious,
1/3 of the R&B group galore. We call her what?
Hurricane Kiss.
Good afternoon, y'all.
Yes, clap that up.
The kind of storm you don't mind getting stuck in, y'all.
Can't deal.
And I am just humbly stormed on the general. Salute to you all. Peace and blessings. It's Friday, people. Clap it up for Friday.
Yes.
All the boys in the background.
We made it.
The production of the show. That's all right. It's all right. No doubt. But let's first and foremost give some shout outs. Shout out to everybody checking us out right now on YouTube.
Bang.
Salute to everybody watching us live right now on Twitter,
Bang.
Periscope.
Bang.
Shout out to everyone watching us on the mother site, WBKS1.com. Shout out to everyone that's listening to us live on what? The TuneIn app.
Yes, and if you don't have it right now, get it, download it, it's free.
Yes, it's worldwide too, people.
Yes.
Yeah, man.
Get that app, man. Get that app on your phone, whatever you got. You got the whack iPhone, get it on the whack iPhone.
Get on there too.
You got the dope Android.
You know you gonna get on there, man.
Note 9. Get it on there too.
We are an Android family, in case you can't tell.
Pretty much.
And shout out to everybody on the Facebook page, man.
Yes.
It's Friday. We are ready to go in today.
Yeah.
Good afternoon, everyone trickling in.
No doubt. Salute, peace, and blessings. You know what we're going to discuss today? We're going to discuss, because we didn't do it yesterday, do women really know what will keep a man? Do women really know what will keep a man? We're going to talk about that today on the Man Cave Today show. First, let's give some love. Shout out to Sandy B. What's up, baby? DT in the building.
Phyllis Woodbury.
Phyllis. Hey.
Demetria.
Hey,
Alicia Mitchell. Hey, Cookie.
Mitchell. Yes, hey, Cookie.
Cookie Monster.
Alicia Nelson. Yes, Lucille Rose. Hey, Miss
Pearl.
Hey, Mama Pearl. All right.
Missy Lady.
So we want y'all to do us a favor right now, no matter what platform you are watching this on. Just share it out.
Yes.
Share it out to the people.
Yes.
Let the people know the Man Cave Today show. Ready to rock out with y'all right now. All right? So let's get into this thing, man.
Yes.
First up, let's see what we got. We might as well go into this right now. So, this is young kid. He on a wrestling team. And he got dreads. He got the long hair, whatever like that. So, the ref on there was like, you're not going to play in this match till you cut your hair.
Wow.
He's like, huh? So, he cut his hair. So, let's talk about this story. And then what would you do
about it?
And how would you instruct your child to handle this if he was on the wrestling team? Here's a story right here. Let's read some of the story. Right here.
Shaquem
from Sean King.
Oh, Sean King. Disgusting and heartbreaking. A referee known for his racism, Alan Malone.
Google him.
Okay, Google him. Made high school wrestler Andrew Johnson cut off his dreads or lose a match. They recovered and gave him no advantage, so he cut them. He won the match, but this never should have been allowed.
No.
Wow. Yeah,
that's
what his
very
hair
deep.
got to do with anything?
That's very
crazy.
deep.
Yeah, we're gonna run the clip.
That's deep.
Just wow, not cool at all. Racist, whatever. They said this ref has been charged with some racial things before.
Yeah.
So cutting off the dreads, the hair at a match.
Yeah.
Like, what does that have to do with
That's
anything?
almost bad as Norm, because Norm made me cut my hair bald before I came in here. But, you know.
Like,
we
it's
both
wrestling.
black.
It's not the Marines.
Yeah.
We're not in the Army.
That resonates with my ancestors because, you know, when we were on the slave block and they would manhandle us and look in our mouths like we were freaking horses and animals and examining us and see what type of stock we were, this and that and the other. So for him to stand there publicly and have someone of the white persuasion cut the hair publicly and humiliate him and not give a damn about how it was affecting him, boy was crying. And I'm sure that the resonance of his past and his ancestors were screaming at him. Listen, if you were able to put the braids up and get the wrestling thing on, but what it says is that your body is not your own. We own your body. And if you want the privilege to wrestle here, we're going to get to man, and that's why it's a visceral thing for me. It's more than just whatever. It's racism beyond. It's generational. Listen. If you want the privilege to be here, no, you didn't work hard. No, you didn't earn your spot. No, you didn't study. No, you didn't stay out of trouble. No, you didn't lift all your weights. It's a privilege for you to wrestle for us, to make money with us, etc. It's absolutely disgusting. F that guy for life.
Only thing I can say is this:
he gets the big finger. We about to
as
dingling finger
as the parent.
Oh my God.
Of the young man.
Right.
Only thing I can say is that the outrage and rage that would have came
over you.
No, not over me. That would have came at them from me, stemming from this incident.
Yeah.
Would have made the news. And the lawsuit that I would place on the school and the officials for allowing something of that nature, because that's actually kind of like a personal assault. You can't tell a minor that you have to cut your, if you want to participate in this sport, you need to cut your, like, show me where it shows that in the rule books and what hindrance and or what advantage does that give him.
I own you. You're my property. Do what the hell I
mean,
want.
I just think that's such an outrageous thing that took place in 2018, almost 2019.
Yeah.
And I'm shocked and amazed that someone actually allowed that to happen. Like, where's this guy's supervisor and or bosses that someone allowed him to make this personal decision and say, hey, nah. If you want to wrestle here, you need to cut your hair or else you forfeit the match.
Shout out to Jay Gray.
Yeah.
He said a referee known for his racism, and he's still a referee.
Exactly.
This says something about the athletic director as well.
Exactly.
Shout out to Juanita Karen Hartstown that just joined us. Shout out to Kaz that just joined us. DT said I'm sure the team would have lost when it was my turn to wrestle again due to me cutting my hair.
Facts.
Demetrius said
what did they think? Cutting his dreads was going to weaken him like it did Samson Chow Bai. Put them joints in a man bun and still kick ass. But that was the whole point. They told him if he didn't cut it, he couldn't play.
Yeah, that he was going to
They
forfeit.
humiliated that boy.
And
Shut up and play ball.
But then they were surprised that he won. My whole thing was like he probably would have won anyway. But now that you humiliated this kid and he was frustrated, that just added more wood to the fire for him to win regardless. Like had nothing to do with nothing.
This is a question, random question, because I know you used to teach. You still
fencing.
teach fencing?
Yeah, I'm a coach. Yes.
Yeah, you were coaching everything.
Of course.
So, if a kid came to you and he had dreads, whatever like that, and I know you got to put something over your head, right?
Yeah, mask.
Fencing
right.
mask.
When you're fencing and everything, because I don't know. So, if the dreads got in the way, whatever of the mask, whatever, would you tell him to cut it?
No, people can pin their braids back.
Right.
Right.
It's in my
Simple.
sport.
This is
In
what I'm
my
asking.
sport,
Mhm.
you wear a mask, or God forbid, I get you a larger mask. It's just it's you know.
So there's no excuse.
Absolutely, 1,000% no.
All right.
1,000%.
So it doesn't impede him being a
course.
great fencer.
No.
Good at it. I'm asking dumb questions for a reason.
No, not at all. Sir.
Okay. All right.
Not at all.
All right. So that's my whole point.
No.
That's my whole point. It's like there was no reason to tell him to cut his hair.
And even the wrestling helmets, they're adjustable. So if that was the case, you want to say it was a safety
of
issue with him
course.
putting on his helmet, they're adjustable. You could have adjusted that.
I promise
easily.
you, I've seen
You could've pulled those
officers.
back, no problem.
I've seen officers in New York City with dreads and pull their hands back. One of my favorite wrestlers, Booker T, the wrestler. He has the
Yeah,
dreads
yeah,
with
yeah,
it.
yeah,
You
exactly.
Just wear them, rock them out.
Yeah.
I've seen football players with dreads protruding from their helmet, this, that, and the other. What you saw was somebody white humiliating one of our own. It's disgusting, and there should be an outrage and a visceral response over and above, you know, crying foul.
Yeah.
When we see our children humiliated and
Exactly.
disgusted, we need to stand up and speak in no uncertain terms. This will not only not be tolerated, but they're going to be how dare you
Consequences, exactly.
humiliate my child? And I'm just going to sit there. No, you're going to pay.
Yeah.
And I think that was a personal attack. Like just like Julius Gray just said, football players, you know, they
Absolutely.
don't have that problem. You see football players, you see basketball players,
with lots of dreads.
right?
Lots
So
of dreads.
to me, I feel like that was a personal attack on that young
To
man.
humiliate him.
Yeah, something's wrong with that.
Yeah.
that
Take
whole
his
scenario don't
masculinity.
sit- Yeah, exactly.
Because you know the black man's masculinity is toxic in this society. All right,
Well, this is
That's
I'm
messed
sorry.
up
I just want to make one more point to that too before we move on.
Okay.
And this is what we need to understand as a group of people and how we hate each other within our color culture. Because he was a light-skinned black male, so you
Right.
need to realize that it doesn't matter the tone of your skin.
Yep. Black
If
is
you're
black in
black,
his eyes.
to the racist people, if you're black, you're black. Even if you might have been a lighter tone than him and
Right.
black, but it's still at the end of the day, you're a black man, you're a black male, and so that's why we have
Oh
to
my
stop
God.
this self hatred and separation of color within a color,
Right.
because there is no such thing, because we're all one, we're all equal, period.
I agree, and I know we have to move on, but I have to. I'm sorry, I have to say this. You will be docile. You see, because if that boy them like, hell no, you can't cut my. What's
Wow.
wrong with you? Woo, 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 woo.
He's been
What would
kicked
the
off.
clip?
Exactly. Yeah, he would have been kicked off the team.
He's been
Yeah.
kicked off the
Because
team.
That would've been
because
that.
if he were to express outrage,
Yeah.
Probably
and
wanted
he
him to
has
do
a
that.
right.
That's what, yeah,
Well, you can see
exactly.
that-
Probably
He probably wanted to.
And if
he
he
probably
would
wanted him to
express
react.
righteous indignation,
Yeah.
how's it viewed? Every time we express aggression,
Yeah.
righteous aggression, no, sit there passively and docile and don't say nothing, and they'll be like, what? What? Because every time we project that, it's a threat.
Exactly.
It's a threat. So it's a psychological image that's going to connect, and people are going to, and you're going to emasculate our men.
Yeah.
Because they always tell us to be quiet, sit down, just relax, just go through the rules, right?
Yeah.
Where if they would have been like a white, hey dude, get your hands off me, pal.
I'm gonna be honest.
Come
Okay.
on, fam, can't cut his hair like
I'm
that.
gonna be honest, without me getting into, because again, like you said, they kind of expect you to be like, what?
Yeah,
I ain't
they
cutting
want
off.
you to get it,
So
yeah.
so listen. I probably went like this. I'm like, okay, you want me to cut off my dreads? So for what reason?
Right, right.
Again, blah blah blah. Is there some school guidelines? Can you
Exactly.
Show, can
That's
you show
what
me
I'm
the
saying. If it's in the
guidelines?
guidelines,
Right.
The
and even if
P&P?
it is, that's
Can
wrong.
you show me the P&P, the policies and
Exactly.
procedures? And if they didn't have nothing, I'm like, okay, then I'm not cutting off my hair. Let's wrestle.
Then you wouldn't have played, right?
Get it.
But even
That was
still,
gonna be my question to you. If you were in that situation, would you have just walked away from the situation and said, I'm not going to play?
You got to give me a reason
Right,
why
but if
I
you
can't
didn't give
play,
me a
why I
reason,
can't wrestle.
what would you
and
have
everything.
done? Because you could tell by the end of the match, the fact that he was crying and he
Yeah,
was
he
so
was
frustrated,
upset.
he
He
probably
was
wanted to
humiliated.
knock his block off.
Yeah.
So my whole thing is, you put me in a situation like that, that's like somebody saying, oh, you can't go up and sing because you got on red lipstick or you got on so and so and so. All right, well, then I'm not going to sing. Like, why am I going to change what I'm doing all the time just because you don't like it for some reason now?
Exactly.
What?
Exactly.
I'm
and
sorry.
we got to move on, but go ahead.
Chill, bro.
Last thing. And while I agree with Norman, listen to me. My issue
Said
is
my government. No, go ahead.
this is my thing. Whenever we express anger, I'm not talking about work smarter and within the rules. That's not. I agree with you. Whenever a male expresses anger through masculinity, it's tapped down. If you see a little white kid calling a mama by their first name and then cussing a mama out and screaming and yelling, no, but you. That boy is a warrior about to go into war.
Yeah.
And you want to take his masculinity from him, which is what allows him to be a warrior.
Exactly.
You sending confused messages, and it affects us psychologically as black men because it tells us that whenever we get angry, we're always wrong. You can never, ever, under no circumstances, express anger. Never.
Right.
That's what's jacked up. All right.
Dad, actually, I got another point, but I just told you to move on.
No, come on, General. Come on, fam. It's all right. You'll live for talking for more than 5 minutes. Go ahead, bro.
No. I'm not even gonna make that point.
I love it. Make the point, so
Make
we
the
need
point,
it. We need
Norm.
it.
Make the point.
But think about it, right? So like, if we had dreads,
Too
right,
funny.
and then we was enlisting into the service, what they gonna do?
They're gonna cut it.
Yeah, they're gonna cut
But you
it.
know
They're
that,
gonna
right?
cut it.
You know that.
Right, but listen,
Yes, yeah, of course.
but see, because why?
There's
It's a
rules
po-
and
it's a
right.
what?
It's a policy.
rule, regulations,
It's an indoctrination.
policies. Exactly. So what I'm saying is, he should not have cut his hair. If there's no policy in place at that school or whatever, he should not have cut his hair for no reason. Show me in the policy and the guidelines for wrestling, whatever.
Right.
Oh no, it's not there. I'm not cutting my hair. Point blank. Just point blank.
But he's
Gotta slap that
young.
up
He wasn't.
again.
He's not thinking about
No,
that.
he just trying to.
His first reaction was, I can't play. That's all he's thinking about. What you mean I can't fight?
And it's a person of authority
Exactly.
telling it to him, so
Exactly.
he's following the person of authority.
All right.
I guarantee you,
I just
Norm
wanna know
will
where
be
his
sitting in the
parents
stands
were.
like, you have seen Norm.
Well, you heard people.
Norm wouldn't have just sat there like, oh.
Well, if you heard in the background, all the people were booing.
Yeah, they were booing.
Yeah.
They were like, boom.
But where were his?
boom.
I want to know where his parents were. That's the
Yeah,
only thing.
exactly.
Probably at a
Where were
away
your
game,
parents?
probably working.
Yeah, that's
no doubt.
possible.
All right, now y'all got to watch this
You
real
know
quick,
where
right? Real quick. This is like 7 seconds, so don't take your eyes off it or whatever. So they got this thing called candy something or whatever for kids, candy hair or whatever, right, for kids. And I guess you're able to eat the hair, but it was for girls. So now they made something for boys or whatever, candy dreads. So they got the Caucasian little boy. They got the Caucasian little boy with the dread talking about, hey, man, and eating the dread. Watch the clip, man. Watch the clip. I can't make this
All right,
up.
Let's see.
I can't make this up.
Let's
Here's
see.
the clip.
I gotta see it.
7 seconds.
What the guan?
I don't know if I can see this one.
Candy Tails is for boys too. Check out those candy dreads. Wow!
Baby jamming with me candy tails. You hear me, man?
Candy Tails is for boys too. Check out those candy dreads. Wow!
Baby jamming with me candy tails. You hear me, man?
Candy Tails is for boys too. Check out those candy dreads. Wow!
Baby jamming with me candy tails. You hear me, man?
Candy Tails is for boys too. Check out those candy dreads. Wow!
Baby jamming with me candy tails. You hear me, man?
Candy Tails is for boys too. Check out those candy dreads. Wow!
Baby jamming.
That's racist.
Okay.
Okay.
Wait a minute.
Entire.
You hear me, man?
What is going on?
Okay, wait a minute. So let's.
That's racist.
So look, I just need a yes.
Congratulations,
The
you
dead
played yourself.
Everything is real.
I just need a response on this. Real talk. Right?
Yes.
Oh God, he said NOD. Don't even know it.
If you are going to have the candy dreads or whatever like that, and then it's going to be a Caribbean accent. Should they have used the real Jamaican?
Yeah, man. They gotta have the gun. They gotta have the gunman after them. What the blood clot you doing?
Would a real Jamaican have done it?
I don't
know if a roster would have did it.
You want me to bust it down? No, real roster would have
Would
did
we even be talking about it? Would we even be talking about it if a real Jamaican had done it?
No. Wow.
No.
Candy dreads. Me
Doubt it.
be rocking with me dreads, man.
Yo.
What?
Yo, the bull.
And then he said,
oh, but then the dance, but then the roster dance.
The F.
Tails is for boys too. Check out those candy dreads. Wow!
Baby jamming with me candy toss. You hear me, man?
Candy Tails is for boys too. Check out those candy dreads. Wow!
Baby jamming with me candy toss. You hear me, man?
Candy Tails is for boys too. Check out those candy dreads. Wow!
Baby jamming with me candy toss. You hear me, man?
It's Friday, people. It's Friday.
No, we said the effery. It's real.
The effery is real.
Effery, General.
Oh my God.
Oh.
The crunchy hair is like the kicker.
Yo, okay. So Juanita said, "Oh my God,
What the-
this is just ridiculous, racist as hell." DT said, "Go sit your Thundercat ass down somewhere."
Jay Gray, what the fuck is this?
Hold on.
Oh man.
Oh God.
Soup said wrong at least 10 levels.
Yeah,
Wrong on at least 10 levels.
Exactly.
Agreed.
Oh God, that's so funny.
Jeez.
Oh my God.
Candy dress.
Soup said this is a conspiracy.
Yeah.
Welcome to the dark side, Soup.
She said she also said wrong on at least 10 levels.
Phyllis Woodbury said, with candy dreads, shaking my damn head.
Demetri said, hell no, a real Jamaican wouldn't have done that crap.
Man, listen.
Okay, so I just want to know.
That's true.
How many of y'all
Somebody got shot.
How many of y'all tomorrow is going out there to buy your
Nobody.
nieces and nephews
Nobody.
some candy dreads?
And I agree, Julius. We said, where was the dreads though? It looked like a ponytail.
Yeah, exactly. That's what
Like,
it was. A pony
ridiculous,
dread.
man.
How many
Crunchy
licks
pony
does
dread.
it take to get to the center of a
Juanita said, you hear me, man?
You never
OMG. Horrible.
Sheesh.
Oh,
Alicia
my
said,
God.
"Oh heck no, cheesy too. Really? Hold on.
God.
Said really? Why? Just why? Exactly. Okay.
General. Isn't there supposed to be before, BKS1, we got a commercial? Aren't you supposed to look at the commercial to say, no? Like, aren't you supposed to have, what do they call that, P? What is it?
They ain't
I don't know.
Screening or something?
Yeah, to say, yeah. Not executive decision.
Shout out to Remote.
Somebody
But
said
does
that was a good
somebody
idea.
not know that shit was crazy?
Remote said his mother let him put him up to that.
They
Somebody
want
thought
that
was a
check.
good
That was a
idea.
quick check for them.
Yeah, he don't care. You hear me, man?
Adios,
God.
Smith.
You
Okay.
gotta clip that up.
So now,
The sunglasses?
45.
Jesus.
Oh, God.
Guess we moving on. Let me see. Do we got to read any more comments? All right.
No, we good.
So we moving on. Oh no, I gotta get that. Gotta get that. Damn, glad you remind me of that.
Jesus.
Because that is hilarious.
Adios, mio.
Go to
Okay.
45, then go to
Popcorn love behind that.
Popcorn go to 45 first.
All right. So 45. Hold on. Let's take this call. Call the foot. What'd you say, popcorn?
Some candy dreads in the front to color up that big ball spot. In the time to get back together, this Kaz, the big kahuna,
All the way from ATL.
It is Friday, Cass.
Yeah, I make down the ATL,
Oh, my God.
I'm still with the show in spirit. I just showed my girl, the show. She like it, so y'all may have another person watching.
No
Nice,
doubt.
nice.
Good, that's
Respect,
what's up.
Cass.
No doubt.
Appreciate
So
it.
y'all,
Mama said, what's
y'all
up
money
in
go for
ATL,
the
bro?
ratings. I want it 15% because my girl watching.
Okay.
Dig it.
All right, bro. Thanks for calling in.
Now
you
y'all
hear me, man?
We off the show. All right, peace.
Peace.
Hey, Kaz,
I can't.
we got to hang up on you now. You hear me, man? All right. Okay. It's Friday,
I gotta
people.
clap that shit up.
Okay, so listen.
Oh, I hate y'all.
Listen.
Damn.
Oh,
45.
Funny.
45, orange dude. He's talking about if Congress doesn't agree to get this money for the border walls or whatever, he's going to shut down the government. So that's been the big thing. But this was crazy to me because this is going on, and I actually seen the GoFundMe. They got a GoFundMe now that was started to build the wall, and it raises over $9 million. It's over $9 million now. It's about $11 million.
It was
something
like,
now.
when I first seen it, it was like about at 1.5 or something like that.
Holy.
And this was started by a veteran.
So this how we rolling now in the country?
Well, you know who doing it.
What are
we got to GoFundMe?
There are a lot of undercover racists. And you know what's crazy? I seen some people not of color on my feed talking about, yeah, I can't wait to donate to this. I didn't delete them yet, but I will. I'm like, really?
Okay. All right, wait a minute. Let's go have some real talk.
Let's have some real talk. Let's do it.
How many you really think there really should be a wall?
There is.
All right, no, but do you think we really do need to have a wall?
There is
for border control.
There already are walls and fences.
It's not really the wall. That's not what he's talking about, though. He's talking about
we're not trying. So what he thinking like this? So he knows little bits and pieces of geography. A little bit. That's all he does, right? So I guess he's thinking of like the Great Wall of China. You know, as much as he hates China, right? I guess he's reveling in the wall. Like, yeah, they got a wall. It's a great wall. We're United States, so we can have the greatest wall. We're you know, like, come on, dude. Like, you want to waste $9 billion of taxpayers' money to build a crazy ass wall that's not going to stop nothing. Like, knock it off.
Right. So caller. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
Go to call. Let's go to caller first.
Go to call, then I'll respond.
Caller from the 404. State your name. Where you calling from? You're on the Man Cave Today show. What's up?
Jesus.
Demetria.
Hey, D.
Hey, suburbs of Atlanta.
What's up,
Mama? Y'all know who it is.
Yes, ma'am.
What's up?
First off, why is they building a wall when my husband people that showed them time and time again tunnels is where it's at?
Exactly.
Right.
I got two cousins just got here yesterday.
From the tunnel?
I don't know which way they came.
That's racist.
We picked them up at Greyhound.
Oh, okay. Wow.
She right though.
Yeah.
I'm just
he talks all this rhetoric about the wall and the Mexicans. They coming in here, they killing, raping, and they bringing drugs. Blah blah blah. Like I said, let's go to statistics. Let's go to the Bureau of Statistics for the country, who actually pays attention to all this stuff. Let's see who the terrorists, the killers, and the rapists are in this country. Let's look up the numbers and the percentages of how many Mexicans are killing and terrorizing people, how many black people are terrorizing and killing people, and how many white people are terrorizing
and if the white man wins,
and killing people.
All right.
So are you going to build a wall here in America to all the crazy ass white people that are killing people? Because that should be the wall you want to build.
Right.
Because this wall that you're trying to build to keep out all these so-called rapists, murderers, drug dealers, you have more homegrown right here in the United States. Smooth P drops the mic. I'm out, but I ain't going nowhere.
And
all right, real quick.
It is nothing more than a racist dog whistle.
Yes.
Because you're equating
Knock it
people
off.
of color with criminals. How did this country maintain sovereignty 2 years ago? Before your wall and before your wall and before your wall. And if you want to talk about geography, what is Mexico? What is Texas? It is signifying to his dumb ass base, his racist base. Not is exactly what it's doing.
Yep.
It's saying that those people over there are criminals and this and that other. So my thing is, I have to co-sign with Pete. How come I can't say those criminals over there when statistically those people commit more crimes than all of us people put together.
Exactly.
We're the minority, yet there are more of us than them. It's a dog whistle. It's a tropes. He had people down at the border. Do you remember that? He's responsible for taking children from their mother's breast. It's a monster, and people co-sign that bullshit. Burn in hell, yo. Stop. Just stop.
Say we have some here that should be parked on the other side of the wall.
Right.
Demetri said Discovery Investigation ID is the
dedicated to the crack of killing and raging people in the world.
Yes. Phyllis said I can't stand 45. Demetri said there was no border before 1945. Just remember that. People came and went as they for the Great Depression, and the white folks were hungry. Okay, so now.
Right.
Thanks, Demetrius. I appreciate that.
This is definitely not in 45's defense, because you know how I feel about dude. But I will say this. So yes, there is a big drug problem in this country, and we know for years that the government, the system,
still.
Just finish your point.
Yeah,
Government what?
The government, the system perpetuates a lot of the drug situation in this country.
Feeds, distributes, and brings it in.
So listen. So when we talk about these cartels,
Government distributes it.
Yeah. So when we talk about these cartels and everything like that, and then you got to look at how certain things is funded in this country by the government, right?
Yes.
Through drug sales and all of that. Whatever.
Absolutely.
But now
Drugs
listen,
and weapons.
But
Yes.
you do have to put a control. The government is still smart enough to know they still have to put a control system in place, because what the government hates most is when they can't be a part of something.
Oh yes.
So when they can't get a
Oh,
cut,
yeah, you're cutting them out. Oh,
when they
wow.
can't get a cut, it's just like the street drug dealer mentality.
Yeah,
I can't get a piece of this.
What?
I can't get it. Oh, we're gonna shut this down.
Yep.
So, yes, there's cartels that exist, whatever. Do I think they can shut up if they with all the technology and the power that we have in this country, in this world? If you really wanted to shut cartels down, you could shut them down. Right. Let's be honest.
If
they're
you could
powerful, they're powerful.
And they
right?
will fight back.
If you could do a missile strike, if you could do a dedicated missile strike halfway across the world and kill a man in his sleep with a guided missile, you trying to tell me you can't stop?
Yeah, and I'm not even finished yet. So now, do we have a problem though? The flip side of it with Mexico, whatever like that. So then you talk about a lot of the excuses they use. They want to control and shut down MS-13s, right? So they talk about the MS-13 gangs, whatever. They're causing a lot of violence. They're causing this. They're doing a lot of murders. They're doing this, a lot of this, that, whatever. Okay, so gangs are a problem, period.
Right.
We know this in this country. The most violent gangs, they're on the top 3, right? The MS-13s. They say a lot of them are coming in from Mexico. They say they're coming in from Guatemala. They're coming in from here. They're coming in whatever like that. So I say address the problem. That there's other ways to handle that problem than to spend our hard-earned dollars on building a wall that's not going to work anyway, because like Demetrius said, people are tunneling their ways in through sewer systems, through irrigation systems, through this, through that. They popping up in people's on the other side in Texas in people's houses. Yeah. So no, but it's real talk. This is really going on.
Number one, no cartel.
We don't accept unknown callers.
No cartel could get a stronghold in this country in terms of drug distribution without the aid and assistance of the U.S. government.
Fact.
It's absolutely, positively not possible, number one. Number two, whenever they tell me who the enemy is, history tells me that if I wait 20 years, I'll find out that it's not. Like, for instance, when they sunk the Lusitania and start World War I and said, but then we found out that was a lie. We found out Yellow Cake was a lie. Right. We found out that they knew that Pearl Harbor was a lie. We found out what they did in Tuskegee experiment. Whenever they say that this is the enemy and this is who we need to be concerned about, 20 years later, 30 years later, we found out that it was a complete lie. They still haven't told us who shot Kennedy. They still got things. So forgive me if I don't just knee-jerk P when they say, oh, these are the bad guys, these are the bad guys. But then systematically ignore, right? Entire regions being destabilized by this country. But that's not the, you follow what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, they select who's violent and who's bad and who's the enemy, right? It's either a war or I don't know, bringing democracy, right? So you can kill 1 billion people somewhere and be like, oh, well, we're just bringing democracy to the country. But finally,
exactly.
A lot of that drug money in the 80s built up this economy, and it certainly built Florida up. It certainly helped the stock exchange in the 80s as well. But now that the money got flipped and got legitimized, now we don't need the cartel, because we used to be in bed with Noriega, now we're not. So I just don't buy the spin. Sorry. I don't buy it.
Clap it up for yourself.
Yes, sir.
No doubt. Let's read some comments. From the chat. We got comments.
Julius Gray says CIA front runner.
Yes, Lord.
Laverne Long said it's all a setup to kill us off, but more of them are addicted.
Hey, Laverne. How you doing?
Hey, Laverne. Remu said drug starts from the top.
Yes.
True indeed.
Dimitri just came in and said MS-13 originated in El Salvador, and they are not Mexican, for the record. The cartel members and gang members, she be knowing her shit.
Yeah. MS-13 ain't even Mexican.
He said the cartel members and gang members are coming in on planes. It's the hardworking people who are seeking a better life.
Absolutely.
Hold on. I'm sorry, Mama. Wait.
We don't accept unknown phone numbers, just letting you know.
Oh. Yeah. She said it's the hardworking people who are seeking better life that are coming across the border. They can build all the walls they want, but the ones that they try to keep out are coming in on planes and student visas.
Yes, indeed. The people on the ground are just looking for a better life for the most part, or seeking political asylum.
Right.
Yeah,
Real
exactly.
drug dealers come in on Learjets, you big dummy.
Okay.
Jesus Christ.
Pretty much.
Lord of mercy. Lord of mercy. Yo, but it's just crazy, man. And I just can't believe, like, they really do fund me.
Yeah.
And imagine.
And it's real.
What was the goal, though? What was the goal he's trying to raise anyway? I mean, that he's
He
trying
wants
to get
nine,
something billion,
$6
right?
or $9 billion.
Something billion. So,
Yeah.
okay. So this actually says what? Let me see right here. Can we read this right here? We're making it bigger for you guys. Pause.
Yeah, for me, because I can't see. I'm 50.
All right, here we go.
Air Force veteran who lost 3 limbs in Iraq has started a GoFundMe to fund Donald Trump's U.S.-Mexico border wall in just 3 days. The GoFundMe campaign has raised more than $9 million from nearly 160,000 donors. As a veteran who has given so much 3 limbs, I feel deeply invested to this nation to ensure future generations have everything we have today. Kaufgate wrote on the GoFundMe page, the goal of the campaign is $1 billion. It's unclear whether the government will be able to accept the funds. As a response, veteran Charlotte Clymer started a GoFundMe called Ladders to Get Over Trump's Wall. It's raised almost $50,000 in less than 24 hours.
I just need a quick
maybe
response
a
real quick.
GoFundMe.
No, real quick. So like you know, building the wall because it's supposed to protect the country, right? Could the wall have stopped 9/11?
Exactly.
Right.
Please.
Or things even similar to 9/11?
Please.
Well, the answer to that would be no, because that was governmental orchestrated also.
Okay.
So,
Well,
yeah.
Absolutely, but in a country where, when a country where food is thrown away and there are people in this country
Starving.
don't have food, there are people in the United States of America who pay their taxes today that still don't have clean drinking water, and there's no GoFundMe set up for that. There are people that cannot get access to proper health care, which I believe is a right. Can't get access to proper education, which is a right. If there's an assistance program to feed children who are blameless and harmless, people like this want to actually cut the program.
No doubt.
Well, I got
and
one
raise
better
money
for
for this?
I got one better for you.
Okay.
The people who started this GoFundMe, who are veterans, there are thousands upon thousands of veterans out there who don't have any of the things like you just said, but there's no GoFundMe for that. So how do you set up a GoFundMe to go build this wall, but you don't even set up a GoFundMe for your own people who are veterans who are out in these streets?
Someone please Google the homeless veteran problem across this country. We are in New Jersey, and the homeless veteran population and the mental health problem and the courthouse problem and the instability that comes from what they saw. So now they can't maintain it. Wait, they can't maintain a job. So, wait. So they're technically wards of the state because of what they saw. They can never hold a job again, meaning that after they fought for this country's supposed to take care of them, right? I'm saying if they give their life, their liberty, their limbs, or whatever, is it welfare to provide for those veterans that can no longer provide for themselves because their brain got burnt out fighting some war that they never understood?
Exactly.
But my bad. That's
someone-
welfare.
for someone
That's
else's
food
agenda.
stamps. You should pull yourself up by my own bootstrap. You don't got no arms,
Right.
so you can't pull. You can't.
Yeah,
you ain't
it's
got no
terrible.
legs, so you ain't got no boot on it.
That's
you
terrible.
big dummy. You bunch of hypocrites.
One thing I gotta be honest about. This country treats veterans terrible.
Like shit.
That's a fact.
And it's horrible.
1000% fact.
It is what it is. So now you got this
I'm
one
done
veteran
with you.
trying to raise, money.
Who lost both his arms and one leg,
He need to raise money for himself.
or mental health.
Yeah, because
Or-
I
or
rock
the
with that.
homeless-
I'll donate to that.
Or, yeah, I'll donate to homeless veterans.
No
How
doubt.
about that?
All right, so moving on to this next story. Feel good story. It is the holiday times, whatever. Shout out to McKimbe Mutombo.
Mutombo, yeah.
Yeah, Mutombo, whatever.
Oh, yeah.
He's doing some good. Watch the clip. For those that are a little queasy, a little squeamish, whatever, don't worry about it.
Keep in mind it's a child.
Just a child. He's doing something good. Let's watch the clip and let's come back. Let's talk about it. All right. You know you at the Man Cave Today show. BKS1 Radio. Here we go.
We are in LA because we are picking up My wife and I are sponsoring this young boy from Congo.
Oh, wow.
Who have a huge tumor on the side of his face. He's going to be operating by Dr. Ryan Osborne. So I was touched what he's going through as a young boy who's 8 years old, now going to school, where he's been pushed away by the society. His mom, you have to keep him in a bedroom every day because people are talking bad about him.
Sorry, this is a patient. Hi,
Merci.
Noelia.
Ça, c'est les amis qui vont nous aider. On ne va pas aider Bissot.
Hello.
Madame, il dit bonjour.
Welcome.
I think it's very emotional.
Yeah, let's walk inside.
We are in LA because we are picking up. My wife and I are sponsoring this young boy from Congo.
Oh, wow.
We have a youth.
Doing God's work.
And
NBA
the part of the
legend.
story that's even more beautiful to me is that the surgeons that are going to be performing the surgery are actually doing it for free.
Oh wow! All right. Oh, he just Mutombo just brought them over.
He
from
brought
the
them over,
country.
yeah.
Bless the surgeons as well.
So they're doing it for free. So I just pray that the little man gets, comes out of it well.
Big up.
And if you don't like this story,
Not in my house.
Oh what?
Not in my house.
Not with that finger though.
Not with that finger.
Segue to the finger.
Let me see.
Segue.
Do I got that? Oh yeah, I got the joint.
Segue.
Now
to
listen.
Yo.
If you ever wanted in your life to really say anybody,
For real.
right?
Call
this
guy.
person, call this guy. This person really could do it. This some real ish people. Look, we can't make these things up. You know you at the Man Cave Today show.
It's the Man
BKS
Cave
on Radio.
Today show.
You know what I'm saying? Look forward to 2019. This show being the hottest show on the net. Okay? Here we go.
Bang, bang.
Click.
就是好找了，你再找你。啊，就看看。我两个村的参加到，这不是谁的呀？是吧？那是俺村的。我家伙，你这手指头，就是好找了，你再找你。啊，就看看。我两个村的参加到，这不是谁的呀？是吧？那是俺村的。我家伙，你这手指头。
Real talk. That's one hand I ain't shaking.
Listen right now. Listen right now. Seriously. Ladies, please do not call the station asking us for his number.
Phyllis said, what the hell is that? Phyllis, it is what it looked like, Phyllis.
There's a penis hanging off that man's hand.
Oh, you see his nail?
If I was joking with P. If somebody cut P off in his Z and flipped him the bird, P would have got the strap. He pulled his dick out the window. Oh, God, I'm sorry.
His penis. We're gonna be
his
penis on
his
the
penis.
Man Cave show.
His penis. It's erect.
His penile area.
Penile.
But yeah, that's a little crazy right there. I don't know what kind of disorder that's called.
Can you send him to that plastic surgery to shave that down a little bit?
All right.
it.
Demetrius said,
No shaving that.
"Why does it look like a penis?"
Sue says she think it's Photoshop.
No, it's not. It's not Photoshop.
That ain't Photoshop. Yeah,
it's not. Didn't you see when he turned it around?
Yeah, ain't no Photoshop.
Yeah, and Phyllis says she sticks to her stomach. That's nasty, girls. Nasty.
Okay.
Man.
I've said enough.
All right. So,
Remember we were in a movie theater, 13 years old with your girlfriend?
Wow.
Okay, we'll leave it at that.
Jeez.
No doubt. Juanita, in reference to the Mutombo story, said, "Oh, God bless all hearts and hands involved."
Yeah.
No doubt.
Respect.
No doubt. Shout out to
Someone
everybody on
just
the
said-
check-in. But nah, Soups, look at that. It's not Photoshop.
就是好找了，你再找你。啊，就看看。我两个村的参加到，这不是谁的呀？是吧？那是俺村的。我家伙，你这手指头，就是好找了，你再找你。啊，
Did it have that gnarled fingernail on the end of it too?
Large, yeah. And
It's,
large.
but my whole thing is like, yo, like,
on it too,
fungus,
bro?
yeah.
I could deal with being born with a lot of stuff wrong with me. You know what I'm saying? You get a little, little lazy eye. Might
Kiss
have
if
one
he was
ear bigger
born-
than the other.
yes,
Son,
yes.
don't give me that.
If he was born with that finger, we never see you.
Absolutely
Yo,
not.
he ain't leaving the
He
house.
said
I'm
he
never
got,
leaving the house.
He
I
got
know.
foot fungus on his finger, dog. The
Ugh.
fungus on Joker's feet is on his finger, dog.
That's disgusting.
That's the
Any woman got that finger, we will never see her.
This is
She
true.
would be happily working from home.
Yes,
But he'll find some
this
little
is
sick
true.
individual that's gonna like him for him.
Yeah.
That's what he's saying.
You gotta love me for me.
No doubt.
He's
No
the
doubt.
woman's friend.
All right, so
I'm good.
moving on. This next clip, we're gonna applaud this cop for how he handled this situation. So basically, somebody called the cops on this lady just because she was sitting outside. It was an African American female. She was sitting outside waiting on somebody and whatever. And somebody called the cops on her. But the way the cop handled the situation, I give him thumbs up.
It's just crazy. We can't even be sitting. That's crazy to me.
Soup said you need special gloves.
Soup said you need special gloves. You talking about me with the joke? That's Soup's.
Soups just want that glove love.
Ew, man, come on.
Side display.
Wow.
Soups, don't let me take off my glove, girl. Don't let me take the glove off, Soups.
Cover your ears.
Come here, daddy. Give me that glove love. All right.
Well, all right.
Moving on.
Yeah,
Next story
Yeah,
is
baby.
Friday, people.
Oh my
It's
God.
the holidays. We enjoying ourselves.
Soups ain't got a glove.
All right. Let's read it right now. What did Phyllis say?
I can't even read that out loud.
Yeah, they were
'cause I hate
in
that
with a
word.
rotten coochie.
They don't know what a
All right. You know what? I'm just gonna take this call.
Oh shit.
Caller, state your name, where you calling from.
Oh man, come on.
You're on the Man Cave
That's a
Voice.
New York bad guy calling in from the Yonkers, New York.
Oh, shout out to Yonkers. What's good,
Peace,
Yonkers?
peace.
Word.
What's
Not
going
a whole
on?
lot, man. I was listening to you guys' discussion before, and I feel like we're missing the elephant in the room, man. Can I holler?
Holla, bro.
Oh Jesus Christ.
Do you?
You know, we give $38 billion a year to Israel for their security. All right?
Yeah.
$38 billion. It comes out to about $7,000 a minute.
Yes, sir.
You're
Yes,
talking
sir.
about how can we afford, to pay for our veterans. They got a wall in illegally occupied Palestine, bro. You know what I mean? We shouldn't
Yes,
be paying
sir.
for that wall
Yes, sir.
before we argue about our own wall,
Wow.
period. Now, have you ever read Farrakhan's Secret Relationships of Blacks and Jews?
Why, yes, I have, sir.
Jews complete slavery, and now you got Spielberg and Weinstein running Hollywood, making movies blaming whites.
I have the
You got
red and the blue copy
Leor
of that book.
Cohen, Paul Rosenberg, Jimmy Iovine, all Jews pushing this gangster degenerate rap shit. I've listened to that shit for years, lived it. It's terrible. It's destructive. It's bad for the youth, man. Sumner Redstone runs VH1, BET, MTV. Another Jew, dual Israeli Jew. We got to address this Jewish problem, man.
Wow. Well, you know what, bro? You just dropped something real deep. Because I actually talked about that. Didn't I talk about that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I talked about that on yesterday's show, and
We got something like 80 dual Israelis in Congress and Senate in America. Now, what do you think these lefties would be saying if they were dual Russians or dual,
Yeah.
wow,
Feinstein, Schumer, fucking, it goes on. Sorry for cursing. It
No,
goes
no,
on and
do
on,
you,
man.
bro,
I'm the
do
New
you.
York bad guy. Represent the GDL. I'm the Goyim Defense League. We're an online peaceful protest movement
Okay.
that names the Jewish crimes against humanity, all colors, black, white, Mexican. We're all Goyim. You know what Goyim means in the Jewish Talmud?
what's that?
It means cattle.
Wow.
It means everybody who's not look up anything I said, man.
No.
No.
We
Listen.
understand some knowledge.
Listen,
bro.
listen.
Yes,
I
sir.
understand. Trust me.
You called in the right
we
place
understand
today.
a lot of what you're saying,
Fact.
bro. And
I
listen,
respect the hell out of you guys for even acknowledging. Usually I get hung up on. So
No.
You know, real truth fears no investigation.
Exactly.
23 countries, it's illegal to question the Holocaust. It's not illegal to question black slavery or anything else, but you go to jail for questioning the Holocaust
Wow.
in 23 countries.
Wow.
that's deep. You know what?
You got the ADL, the Anti-Defamation League, all Jews pushing for. I mean, they're the ones in charge of censoring the internet. They want speech crime, bro. It's happening. We gotta
you're
unite
right.
the Goyim, GDL.
Well, we salute you, man. We
But
appreciate
listen.
you calling in today, too. Also, wow.
One more. I'm going to blow your mind. On 9/11, Lucky Larry Silverstein, Google this. Lucky Larry Silverstein owns the World Trade Center.
Yep.
Didn't
Facts.
show up for work that day. Had a
Facts.
doctor's appointment. Made $4 billion off the insurance.
Facts.
And admitted to pulling "quote unquote" Building 7.
Fact.
Wow.
I mean, come on.
I knew that, sir.
Come on. 5 dancing Israelis arrested on 9/11, dancing, celebrating, videotaping it in New Jersey.
Yeah,
Google
I remember
it.
that.
Al Franken, Senator Al Franken.
Facts.
In his own words, says he got a Jew call not to go to work that day.
Facts.
Look it up. Look up Al Franken Jew call.
Okay.
Wow.
Facts.
Much love. I'm not going to get you guys in any more trouble.
Yeah,
Much love.
Listen,
you're good.
You notice that's why we let you talk. So even though we may agree or disagree, we like, well, he said it. Our caller said it.
That's a damn shame.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
happens to be true.
They are not responsible for the thoughts and opinions.
There
This
you
is the
go.
New York bad guy calling it from the GDL for all the goyim.
Get your ass
Much
to the
love and
station.
happy
What is his
holidays.
name?
Get your
He needs
ass
to
to the
Wait a
station.
minute. What's your name again?
New York bad guy.
New York. I
bad
like
boy.
that, man.
Salute,
Stay
fam.
tuned to the show.
Shout out to
Yes.
Yonkers.
We here Monday through Friday, the Man Cave Morning
Email
Show. In
us,
2019,
email us.
it will be the Man Cave Today Show.
I like
but we
people.
here every day,
Got
man.
knowledge.
We appreciate you for calling in.
So much
Knowledge
respect,
born.
man. So much respect.
No doubt.
Salute
Salute.
across the
Keep
earth.
it alive.
will
Happy
rise again.
holidays.
Happy
Peace.
holidays.
Same to you.
I love the fact that
Man, listen.
okay, just briefly. I love the fact that
I'm not
I
saying
know.
whether I agree or disagree.
I love the fact
I just
that
appreciate the call.
Yeah,
I
go
love
ahead.
the fact that truth can be told, number one. I love the fact that if someone is doing something wrong, you can call out the wrong that they're doing without saying that you are against them as a people or a race or whatever.
Yeah.
If I'm a bad guy and my religion happens to be Islam, I'm going to call out that guy.
Yeah,
Not
exactly.
the
Not the
entire religion,
religion.
not the entire race. I'm not going to say
Exactly.
I'm this and I'm anti that.
Exactly.
If I'm a Christian and I'm doing bad things, I'm gonna call out that Christian. And call and say, hey, this person is an anti-Christian. Conversely, if I'm a person that happens to be Jewish doing bad things, before I can say, hey, listen, that's wrong, or let's talk about it, I'm anti-Semitic, Anti-Defamation League. You can't say this, you can't say that. So the fact that someone offered an opinion that people may agree with or may not,
Exactly.
I believe that this platform is designed for truth to be told.
Free
So
speech.
if you can have something to go against what he said to disprove what he said, then spend your energy on that instead of false flags saying this is anti-Semitic and that's anti-this and this is homo this and blah 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 blah. If it's the truth, let the truth sink or stand
on
for
itself.
itself.
Exactly.
What I'm against is when we can't speak. Thank you, sir. Respect.
Yes. Clap it up for yourself.
Much respect for calling in and voicing your opinion and your views on BKS1 Radio, the Man Cave Today Show.
You're bad, boy.
Yes. Okay. All right. So now,
certified 100% fresh.
Moving on. Well, I think we were going to
the clip with the officer.
Yes. So again, young African American female. She was just chilling. She was sitting in front of somebody's house in a suburban neighborhood, whatever, and somebody called 50 on her, and this is how the officer, the Caucasian officer, handled the situation. So I applaud the officer.
Sitting while black.
How he handled the situation. Here's the clip. Let's talk about it. You know you at the Man Cave Today Show. Let's get it.
So, you just hanging out here doing our story? Or?
No, I'm not. I have an appointment with this woman in this house right here.
Just waiting on her.
And apparently this woman over here came up to me who's parked in that vehicle and told me that I didn't belong here and asked why am I parked here, that she didn't recognize me. And I told her she didn't have to recognize me. This is public property, and I'm certainly allowed to park on this public street. I would not tell her why I'm here because it's not any of her business. But since you're here, sir, I have a 1:30 appointment with the lady in that house. I was sitting here. I work from home, so I was sitting here finishing my report because I had time. I got here about 10 minutes early. So that's what's happening, and I'm surprised that this escalated to this degree. But
I don't see that as an
you.
escalation. I just think people sometimes are concerned about neighborhoods and they just want to make sure they know what's going on. Sometimes,
Sure.
What's the old show? What's the old show with Bewitched with the nosy neighbors?
Oh, I don't know.
What was it, Miss Kravitz? I think. So, you just hanging out here doing her story? Or?
No, I'm not. I have an appointment with this woman in this house right here.
Just waiting on her.
And apparently, this woman over here came up to me.
Yeah. Because he didn't try to get smart.
No.
He didn't feed into whoever called in.
He seen what it was.
Yeah, he saw what it was, and he was like, "What's the such with the nosy neighbors?" So basically, he basically kind of said, "It's just nosy neighbors." You know, that shouldn't have called, really, basically.
This is my thing, and I'm going to say this as somebody who drives nice cars, live in a nice neighborhood, you know, dresses nice. My wife dresses nice. Kids, grandkids. Who's to say who belongs somewhere and who doesn't belong somewhere? So just because you never see me in your neighborhood means that I do not belong there.
Mm-hmm.
So you're trying to tell me that you know everybody around here, and you could pick out everybody name for name and know who belongs and who doesn't belong. Like, who gives you that right? And what kills me is when, like I said, because a lot of times it doesn't turn this way. Like, there was another similar story that we covered about the young man who, same thing, was waiting on somebody, was just sitting waiting just on his phone, and somebody did the same thing, called, and they wound up arresting him because, oh, who are you? Well, like, I don't need to give you any of that information. Am I doing anything wrong, officer? No. Am I under arrest? No. Okay, then thank you. Have a good day. No, that's not it. You need to tell me your name and you give me ID. For what? I just asked you, was I doing illegal or wrong? And you told me no. So therefore, what do you need any of my information for? If you are telling me I'm doing nothing wrong, you're just randomly coming up to me because somebody called. Did they say that I did anything? No, they just said you were sitting out here. Okay, is that illegal? No, it's not. Okay, thank you. Have a good day. No, you're not going to tell me how I'm going to. No, I'm not going to give you my ID or anything because I am doing absolutely nothing. I can't be black and just be sitting somewhere doing nothing. Like, come on. Like, it's getting out. All this stuff is getting, like, super way out of hand and outrageous. And I do commend a lot of these people for the way that they, you know, act and don't overreact. Because I can tell you, if it was me, I would be outraged. Like, yo, get away from me. Like, why are you approaching me? I'm doing nothing wrong. Is this your car? Yes, it's my car. You already know that. When you ran the license plate, it's my car. Check it out. It's probably another 5 registrations underneath it. Do you? Yeah, I own them all. Can I help you with anything? Like, come on. Like, it's getting out of hand.
So this is a deep clip. First of all,
it's crazy.
First of all, of course, I agree. I work in a white neighborhood, rich white neighborhood. Okay, and the reason that I'm not stopped is because the police know my car.
Yeah, they know your car. Now,
I'm not exaggerating,
but
I just want to finish it. But they know my car, and I have my job ID. And so since I go the same way every day, then I'm no longer stopped because I'm whatever.
Listen, what you said though, no longer.
Yeah, no longer. That's just a fact. And then I'm older and fatter and everything. 10 years ago, it wouldn't have mattered. They would have still. But I want to commend the officer. Here's why.
Yes.
Here's why. I'm in mental health. What you saw was de-escalation.
Yes.
First of all, I got to just run through this right quick. I know we got to go. He did not have his hands on the gun.
Yes.
He had both his hands on the windowsill. That's number one.
Clap that up.
Number two, he acknowledged that the woman was irate because he perceived, okay, here we go. Some white person called the police on a black person. Already know what it is. So he expected the anger, the frustration of the woman. How did he de-escalate it? He acknowledged. He said, yes. So he acknowledged as she was angry. He acknowledged her. Yes, you're right. Yeah. And that tone de-escalates the anger.
Yeah.
Because by him acknowledging that she has a right to be angry,
yes, exactly,
that automatically takes the anger down.
Like 10 notches.
And she was more angry. Did he wait, I'm here. You don't say nothing.
Exactly.
He continued to let her speak.
Yes.
Even though it could have been viewed as aggressive, but it really wasn't. She was just righteously indignation.
Yeah.
She was just righteously angry.
Yeah.
He continued to let her speak. She raised her pitch again. Yeah. He nodded his head in agreement and said yes. Once she got that nonverbal cue, what did she do? She de-escalated. And on top of that, because of the escalation, officer, this is who I am.
Yeah.
This is what I'm doing. Here's my ID. Here's my this. Before he accepted all of that, you know that old show Bewitched when a nosy neighbor, what you call good police work. That's what you call an officer that's not afraid to police
the people.
That's what you call an officer that acknowledges.
That is a peace.
Right.
No,
So
he's a peace officer.
he's a peace officer.
Which is the difference. So there are no more peace officers.
So the next time bootlickers call me up yelling at me because I'm yelling at police brutality, I'm going to show you that in America there are police that actually know how to police. But there's some of them that are just punks and racist. Now what?
All right. No doubt. Let's read some comments real quick. Shout out to everybody on checking. Shout out to Demetria. She got a comment. Shout out to Cassandra Reed.
What's up, Cassandra?
Let's read her comment. Cassandra, what's good, Cassandra?
Want to read Cassandra's comment?
Oh.
Yes.
She says, I hear all the time, housewife, cook, clean, house, and clothes and kids. Money, well, that is a joke. Money is not given fairly.
Okay.
Phyllis
I think
said,
she's going in on the topic.
Right.
Oh, okay.
Demetria said, in our neighborhood, it happens all the time. The funny part is that people of color were there long before the developers came in and made it comfortable for the white people to move in.
Gentrified the neighborhood, yes.
Right. Made it comfortable for the white people to move in. I'm sorry, because just a lot of them are upset because the existing neighbors got tax breaks for selling parts of their land so they could develop the neighborhood into what it has become, and we get a lot of the paid for. I'm sorry, I'm sorry, wait. And we get a lot of the perks free that they have to pay for. A lot of them look at us weird because we can afford to drive nice cars and have professional careers is out of the norm for these Georgia boys, and implants that think we shouldn't be allowed to make it.
Exactly.
And DT said he was getting annoyed.
No doubt.
And Julie said hashtag bootlickers.
I got to get it in.
Yeah. No doubt. Yeah, it's man.
Yeah.
It's very interesting. We're gonna go into this to this next clip real quick. Again, people, when you leave, put your children out there in the world,
man,
for to go to these daycares and ride these buses, and just follow up, check up on them. So we saw a story where little boy, 5 years old, got left on the bus.
Yeah.
And apparently this has happened more than once though, because I saw some other stories like years ago, but this is a recent one. So disturbing video shows 5-year-old boy crying for help after being left alone on a locked bus.
Heart-wrenching surveillance footage released by Special Transit Services in Chattanooga, Tennessee showed a little boy in distress after waking up alone in an empty school bus last Friday, December 14th. I couldn't be there. Unisha Bradford told WTVC-TV as she wiped away tears. Bradford watched the camera footage from the inside of the bus for the first time on Tuesday, December 18th. In the video, the mother's 5-year-old was sleeping in the seat just one row behind the school bus driver. All of the children exited the bus after the arrival of the Chambliss Center for Children for after-school care, all except Bradford's son. Neither the bus driver nor the Chambliss teacher checked the bus before it's heading back to the STS lot. Instead, the driver drove to the transit center, parked her bus, ended her shift, and left. The STS driver is supposed to walk through, which she did not do, said Chambliss Director Phillips Accord. Our teachers are supposed to walk through. She looked under the seat and said she looked for legs and book bags and didn't see anything. However, neither the driver or the teacher stuck to protocol. The 5-year-old soon woke up from his nap in a panic. He began sobbing after realizing he was left alone. After about 10 minutes of terror, the child figured out how to open the bus door and was able to get off the bus. A stranger helped Bradford's son after he was seen on video wandering around the parking lot.
And here goes. This is the little boy right here. He don't know what the hell's going on. He woke up, nobody's here, whatever. He don't know how to get out the bus. And he was crying. So I actually seen the video. And the only reason we couldn't really run the video because we don't have the rights. We didn't want to get shut down, but we could show y'all the picture and everything. So the boy was crying and everything. The video also shows the bus driver walking away, parking the bus and, about to go home. So she's about to go back into the bus office and just go home. and this boy is like left out there by himself. So I heard he was found by a stranger, which is crazy. All right, so let's talk about this. So the actions that were taken, she got suspended. She got suspended, and there's some type of investigation going on. That's just crazy, man.
Well,
because you're supposed to do.
Sure, everybody's off.
Yeah. I thought you were supposed to do a sweep if you're a school bus driver.
Not even that, but even when you're a school bus driver, I don't know if it just applies to when it's like autistic kids or special needs, but they're supposed to have paras. They're supposed to have assistants on the bus aside from the driver.
Yeah, a lot of them
supposed
have.
to sweep. Yeah,
Yes.
like I don't get that.
But I know someone personally, someone that worked with me, that she had like a similar incident happen a couple of years ago with her son. I think he's probably like around the same age, and the bus left him and didn't take him home. Like, the same thing like they do. They know who they brought in and who they're supposed to bring home. So apparently she gets a call of I forgot how it all went down until that her son wasn't on the bus, or whoever it was that I guess gets him when he gets off was like, hey, so and so wasn't on the bus today. So she calls the school, and the school one didn't know nothing about it, and then the bus company like it was a big. They had to find her son. They found him in the school, whatever, but so she had to go down and pick up a sister. I got to leave her. Like, yeah, go do what you got to do.
Right.
But it was like crazy. Like, how do you miss this child? How does he not miss his bus? And how does no one know that this happened? And on top of it, and nobody notifies me. So sitting outside, because basically that's what he was sitting outside of school for like 2 hours.
Jesus.
By himself, a little kid.
Denise Sparrow said the little boy was traumatized being left by himself.
Yeah.
Thank God for the bystander. The bus driver should be fired. Yeah, they did fire the bus driver. Phyllis says so sad because kids do fall asleep. Jay Gray said, I believe she left this boy on the bus on purpose.
Nah, I don't think so. Because that would be her job.
I mean,
she just was being negligent.
My thing is, I wish what scared me the most was the fact that he figured out how to open the door and then roam the parking lot. He could have got snatched up here by a car, God forbid. You know what I mean? Like, these people don't think. Like, you gotta watch these kids.
So this is a horrible story all the way around. My heart goes out to the child. Actually, goes out to the bus driver.
He's okay. Yeah.
So first of all, having that type of trauma and stuff like that is completely horrible. Now, do I think they intentionally did it? No. I think that people habituate. On a job, they do the same thing every day. 355, and I pull over, and I let the kids out, and I turn around my right side, and I look to see, and it goes over and over and over again. I'm not justifying it, but I got a job where this paperwork that I do is so repetitive. The other day, my supervisor was like, look. I was like, oh snap, I ain't really know. Well, just that and the third. Listen, human beings are creatures of habit, and that habitual thing. The catch is the second teacher between me, the driver, and Norm, the teacher. One of us, or should have been like, hey,
somebody.
That's why you got that residual backup to kind of catch.
The little kids need their ass beat too for letting them sleep on the damn
I
bus.
Totally agree.
Why didn't nobody wake them up? You know what I'm saying? The little kids. I know, but why do you wake
up? But they're 5. Come
on, Johnny, get up. Get up, Johnny. We got to go.
Them kids ain't worried about nobody but getting off that bus and going to the after-school program or going home.
I know.
But even still, you're supposed to always look back, make sure nobody left the book bag, nobody left a hat, a jacket. They do it for my grandson all the time. He stays leaving something on the bus, and Justice stays falling asleep. But never have they ever left him on the bus because they have paras.
Little boy,
I wish somebody would leave my child on the damn bus.
Friends ain't Jack.
Get new friends. Same thing about playing with Jack. Same thing about somebody left.
And of course, if that's my child, I'm black in 1,000,000,000% raw. This is of course I'm going to do that. You dig what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I thought the teacher was supposed to be in the back, right? And just I don't know. It's just a horrible situation.
No, the aide rides up front, but like I said, they're supposed to. The aide's the one who really is supposed to be paying attention. The driver knows the route and the stops that he got to stop. The aide is the one who's supposed to make sure the right kids get on, the right kids get off, and that all kids are off.
Counsel, yes. Suspended, yes. Tarred, feather, fired, and never working again? No, not at all. That's human error, bro. I'm sure that person feels horrible. And not to have a job on Christmas time, that's...
Yeah, they get fired for the
yeah, man. That's rough, bro. I feel for that driver, man.
All right, so let's talk about this one. So this next... one I think it's a beauty pageant contestant, and she's African descent, right? African?
Yes.
Okay, so she's from Africa, and she got a lot of backlash because she wore her hair straight, her hair for the beauty pageant, and so she's getting a lot of backlash from people.
Right.
Let's read the story. So basically, here's the overall story. Uganda's president says Miss World Africa should flaunt natural hair, and here she is, beautiful, pretty. Let's read the story.
Tweeting photo with fellow Ugandan Queen Bakanko shortly after her pageant win, he said, "We must show African beauty in its natural form." Asked what Mr. Musinfi meant by Indian hair, the spokesman Don Wanyama told the BBC, "Just look at the photo and we'll see the type of hair. It's an unnatural wig." He was saying she should wear natural hair. Many on social media have defined Mrs. Abenko's choice to style her hair as she pleases and have hit back at President Musinfi's comments about Indian hair. President spokesman for the president would not be drawn on whether it was a reference to the hair's texture or its presumed country of origin. India is one of the world's largest suppliers of human hair for wigs.
Okay, so she's getting backlash, whatever, for I guess a lot of people are saying like you don't love where you come from, you don't love your own natural hair, like why you got to straighten it just to appease these people at the pageant,
right?
You know, or whatever. But true, everybody got the choice to do what they want to do with their hair. But I see both sides.
Who's to say she's doing it for the people at the pageant and not because she likes her hair
for herself?
Right.
Yeah, but I do see both sides. I do. Me personally, I do.
I don't. In that one, I'm going to tell you why. Because I had the right to wear my hair however I like. Now I know that, you know, stereotypes are perpetuated, you know, about natural hair and unnatural hair. Whatever. It doesn't matter. That's just so you're gonna tell every black woman in this world that put weave in their hair and extensions, you can't do it? No, they're gonna look at you like you crazy. They're gonna tell you if I want to put extensions and weave my hair, I'm gonna do it. The same for her because she's from Africa. And she's representing Africa, she has to have her hair natural and nappy. No, if that's not her choice, then so be it. You can't tell me that. Like that's crazy to me. And you're the president of that particular country in Africa, really?
No doubt. Caller from the 404. State your name when you call it from. You on the Man Cave Today Show. What's up?
It's me again, D from Atlanta.
Hey, me again.
What's up? Me again.
Hey,
what's up?
I just want to comment on this right here. I'm sorry. I'm a pageant mom, and when you talk about full glitz glam pageant, natural hair on anybody, and I mean anybody, is not acceptable. It must be tamed. It must be done correctly because, believe it or not, hair counts, and you get points for how your hair is done in a full glitz pageant.
Yeah.
So let me.
But I don't think that's any different from these big pageants.
So let me ask you this, Demetria, being that you aware of pageants and everything. So if somebody,
I'm a pageant mom.
All right. so if an African American woman, right, if she came out in a pageant with an afro, but the afro was nice and glistened up in this and hooked up and trimmed up nice, but it was an afro, but it was natural hair. They would have a problem with that?
Absolutely, because number one, unless it was like if you did like your what do you call it, like when I can't think what, but when you have talent portion, right? If it's not related to your talent portion, you need to put the afro back on the wig head and get your curly hair because you're gonna get points taken. Point blank, plain and simple. Little white girls that come in there with fly away, points get taken off because you're not coiffed, you're not groomed properly.
So
if you don't have your flippers in, points are taken off. If your lashes are not done, if your makeup is not done, when you talk about full glitz, full glam, they're judging you on face, outfit, hair, everything.
So
shoes, if you got on the wrong shoes, guess what's going to happen?
So basically, what you're actually saying is that we should have our own pageants, so we could wear our hair.
Even in our own pageants, my kids do black pageants and they do full inclusive pageants. If you want to wear natural hair, there's nothing wrong with that. There are plenty of natural pageants everywhere. That no makeup, you can wear your hair in that full coif, sheeny, shiny, fro glow afro. Do it big, but natural pageants. When you're talking full glitz and glam, no sir, not gonna fly, not gonna fly. You better get you some curling iron, a good wig, some clip-ins, and you better hook it up.
Africans should have their own pageants then.
Yeah.
So they can rock that.
And y'all
Just
pageants.
Africans.
We do it all the time. Natural pageants are wonderful, especially for starting out kids who don't. If you don't like makeup and all of that stuff, there are plenty of natural pageants that allow you to do natural, but they still have rules too.
Yes.
Yeah, but
And you can't just pick it out afro. It's got to be, you know what I'm saying, bomb.
here's my reason for saying that. You know, there's two sides to this. Like I kind of understand both sides. I get her wanting to, you know, I get both sides, because if you're having a world pageant, right? So everybody from different cultures and different races, they do things different. They look different. They have different, you know. So if just say it was a Muslim person, right? You know, practice Islam, whatever, and she wanted to wear what's that called? The hijab.
Yeah, hijab.
Hijab.
Yeah, she wanted to wear
And you can do that, but that hijab better be hooked up.
Right.
Right, but
Better put some sprinkles on it, some diamonds.
Sprinkles.
But listen, she's wearing the hijab because that represents her. So if this person is from Uganda or Ghana or Nigeria or whatever, and they wear the natural afro or whatever like that, then she should be. That represents where she's from. It's a world pageant.
It's a full glitz pageant. No, I'm sorry. No, it is a full glitz pageant.
I got to straighten my hair.
You got to be fierce.
Okay.
And I mean, you can wear it, but you're gonna lose points, and you're probably not gonna win the pageant.
So you say you got to be fierce. You can't be fierce in the afro. All right, go ahead, Will, because I know you want to say something.
Oh, you can be very fierce in the afro, just not the full glitz pageant.
As an African American man who is 47 years old, I support women's rights to do whatever the hell they want to their hair when they want to do it. Blah 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 blah. Whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop. Of course, the pathology of us as a people. Our mind state is just retarded. We are so broken, so programmed. We defend our own destruction. And I mean what I say, and if I've offended anyone, trust me, it's out of love. You mean to tell me, let me finish. You mean to tell me the home of that hair? You mean to tell me the group of people that had life first and had thought first, because we're all African.
Facts.
You mean to tell me where, you know how we over romanticize Africa as African Americans or whatever. You mean to tell me that sister has something in her mind to say that the way my hair grows out of my own head in the country and the continent of origin for all mankind is not acceptable, as though the original, what came first, is not acceptable, it's not glamorous, it's not glitzy, it's not this and it's not that, and that there is somehow a controversy. Now, as a black man in America, I kind of ease back because I know how sensitive women can be. Huh? But could you imagine if millions upon millions of white women cut all their hair off, destroyed it, and put afro wigs on their heads? You would say you're absolutely positively crazy. But the depths of our pain, the depths of our pathology that we co-sign this bullshit, that it is now infected Africa or Jamaica, where they literally lighten their own skin in Africa, in Jamaica, in Asia. Then you want to tell me that I'm conspiracy man? Do you not know that I can see you? Stop it. We got to start loving ourselves the way we came off and start flipping, because without us, it ain't no flavor. Now, lastly, you mean to tell me I got to get a separate pageant? A separate pageant for what? A separate pageant?
It's a full, I'm sorry.
What you consider
I'm
beautiful?
so sorry I upset you.
No, hold on.
I really am.
Hold on.
But I'm sorry.
No, let me just finish.
Full beauty. As a black woman who rocks a fro, I can send you a picture. I rock a fro, a big Angela Davis fro, and I love my fro. But when I'm doing mother-daughter pageants with my girls,
not beautiful. Why is my
the fro gonna go back? And I'm gonna put the wig on because it's a glitch.
I would like to finish. I'm so sorry, baby. Why is my fro not considered beautiful? I'm not saying that that's not what's happening. My question to you is, why do we have that mindset? Why do we think that the way we naturally are is not beautiful? Who makes these freaking rules? I'll tell you who makes the rules. I'll tell you. But when I tell you, you view me as a conspiracy. You view me as a conspiracy theorist or say that I'm hostile. I will be goddamn to hell.
Touch the nerve, Demetri.
If my daughter will not wear. Now. Does she straighten her hair sometimes with the straight comb? But if she chose not to, my ex-wife who cut all her hair off, they told her to go home.
Wow.
But she could put a weave in her head.
And she's all
and she
right.
could destroy her edges. And she could burn it. Come on,
We got another call. Come
on, man. It's bullshit.
Hold on. Caller from the 7.
Clap that up for yourself.
Caller for the
Where the clap? I'm
702.
bugging.
State your name where you calling from. You on the Man Cave Today show.
I don't think they want to talk after that. They like, you been in.
I'm here for you, man. Come on, man. Love ourselves, man. Not with this version of beauty because somebody told you this is what's supposed to be.
And I trust me, I understand. And I'm not saying that it's right. I'm just saying it's the rules. It's etched into it's in the rules of the pageant.
I get what you're saying, but F the rules. F the rules.
Because I find it beautiful. I'm sitting doing a picture of my fro right now. He can show you my fro.
Yeah.
And I rocks it.
Yeah, but listen,
That's the rules.
But that's what I'm saying. It's like I love to see when our women wear the fros and the natural hair. Like I love it.
Yeah,
now, I appreciate
it's
it
beautiful.
more. And I was one of those dudes that wanted you to straighten your hair when I was younger and less mature. I wanted you to straighten your hair, whatever like that, because I thought just long, straightened hair was just beautiful. When I realized that hair comes in all different shapes, sizes, form, or whatever, and if it's natural and that's you and that represents your culture, then so be it. Then wear it. And it's funny. I was on a panel about women's hair with Kim Coles from Living Single.
Yeah, Kim Cole rocked it.
Yeah, so I did a panel.
I mean, in defense, and when I was younger, the first time I have like coily, like curly hair because I'm part Native American, so my hair and people in my hair family is really curly, but it's like full because I'm still a black girl at the end of the day. So it's like, you know what I'm saying, like that poofy curl. So the first time my mom straightened my hair, I cried because I wasn't used to it and I didn't like it. But as I've gotten older, I've learned the diversity that you can do with your natural hair and the purpose of wigs and all of that stuff. And that's the whole point. People are putting too much into this and they're making an appearance when, like Wu said, people don't accept them because they think it's unnatural or it's not beautiful or it's not cute or it's not sexy when it is. For me, wearing wigs and participating in the pageant is just a way of expression. And that's just for me.
Well, look.
But my daughter, when they're not in pageants, they rock their natural hair because, again, they mix. You know, we got Afro-Cuban and we got black Mexicans in this house. So it's a lot of curly poop balls going around here. And my daughter rock Mickey Mouse. We call them Mickey Mouse ears. Well, we just pull her hair
Afro
up,
puff.
two ponytails on the side.
Afro puff, yeah, with the part in the side.
Well, look. We appreciate you sharing that.
Definitely, always.
No doubt. And again, I'm just saying, maybe they need to change the rules.
In the home of the hair, in Africa, you mean to tell me white supremacy is so pervasive? I already know this. Well, so welcome to the club. You mean to tell me where that is what the natural state is? You are programmed to think that the way you are in the home of where civilization started, the first person that had thought had coily hair. Now, my hair fell out, but mine used to be kind of straight and wavy. But what I'm saying is, in black Jamaica, in brown India, in black, blue, black Africa, straight your hair, and nobody don't got no problem with this.
Black Africa.
Sick. Bro, that shit is retarded.
No doubt. Let's read some comments. Can we read some comments? Thanks, Demetria, for calling in. We
appreciate you.
All right.
Julius said Demetria Moon walked on that nerve. Google Sammy Sosa. If you could see Wu's face right now. I'm not getting anything.
Sammy Sosa. I couldn't even. Was looking for that.
What about the brothers who use spray on their hair?
Oh shit.
Oh damn, that's a whole nother. That's a whole nother show.
Show by itself.
As the only bald man on the show, because these guys have hair. He chooses to cut his hair. I do not. Norm will tell you the story. He sent me to the barbershop, and the dude put the shoe polish on my hair.
He did it.
He really did. I was like, I kind of fell asleep. And I woke up. Look. And I came to the studio. Norm was like this.
He went to the wrong guy.
Norm was like this.
He didn't go to my barber.
Look. And the shoe polish was right here because I'm bald right here.
Yo,
Norm was like,
let me tell you something.
Yeah,
you already know how I feel about
glad
that
I
shit.
was not here that day.
I'm not saying everybody who does it looks dumb because you know there's a lot of them that they look extra ridiculous. comes up here. You know what we're talking about. They come up here by the eyelashes and whatever. When you do it like a real light blackout, like when it was called a blackout, right? Because I don't really know the terms. Because most guys that already have facial hair, but they have like little patches, gray areas or whatever, and you're going, you know, darken up a little bit, it's fine. But when you look like you got a whole can of tobacco on your forehead and your hairline's coming down right here, me and your damn eyebrows cut the shit out. Because y'all complain all day about the weaves, all the fucking giraffe eyelashes, all this shit.
Nah. Hold on.
It's all good, but stop.
I'm going to get in trouble. Hold on. Wait a minute. How come
I got lace fronts too.
Hold on. How come Norman P. don't do just for men for their beard? Why do they allow their beard to be? I'm asking the question. And how come my little small goatee? How come it's salt and pepper and I don't? I'm just asking the question.
Yeah, I don't do that.
Watch this. If P and Norm did it,
but I've seen them do both.
In a slight way, if they did it, nobody would say nothing. You understand what I'm saying?
Because it's not coming up to here.
I know, but listen to what I'm saying. If it was done, yeah, it looked crazy.
Should be looking crazy.
If it was done tastefully.
Like your eyebrow, your hairline shouldn't be right here, bro.
I know.
Your
that
chin
Jermaine
should
Jackson.
not be here, bro. Like no,
that Jermaine
you look
Jackson
stupid.
leather.
You look the same way chicks look stupid as hell when they shave their whole eyebrows off and then do one little line. Or they got the it's either way. If it look dumb, it look dumb.
If
just
Norm
don't do it.
and P, listen, if Norm and P did the thing right, and then no one would even question it. The point I'm making is, but they don't. That's all I'm saying. You know what I mean? And I get that crazy, retarded, shoe leather, crazy.
Yeah, and my whole point is if they did, I'm sure it wouldn't look like that.
All right.
Because that should be looking crazy.
Real quick.
I'm bald, I'm fat, and I'm gray.
Crazy.
Like
Real
it or
quick
love it,
before
I'm
we go,
sexy.
and it's funny, we even get to touch the topic. I want to go.
Okay, we never
I know.
Never
I
do.
Monday.
Because you know why? Because
we know, Ike. You made it up.
Wow. Yeah, wow.
Oh God!
No, didn't say nothing.
I wrote the topic.
I wrote the topic, guy.
Yo, Norm ain't say nothing when I got the shoe polish. He didn't say a word.
Yeah.
He didn't say. I was like, "Do you not know I got shoe polish on my head?" He was like,
Wow.
"Yes, Dawood. I'm entertainment, Dawood.
Wait, where was
I'm
I?
used to."
What the hell was I ain't see it.
Okay.
I would have done this.
Friday,
I would have came up to him like this.
Real quick.
And
Don't
rubbed it
forget
off.
the actual date. The actual date, and y'all remember this, is February 8th.
Yes.
February 8th is going down at the Zulu Bar. All right. It will be my official
El Jefe's birthday
my
party.
official
El Jefe.
52nd birthday.
In the house.
52nd birthday party. It's the Aquarian birthday bash. If you know anybody else that's Aquarius and they want to come out and you know, it'd be their birthday party too. But February 8th is going down to Zulu Bar. It's the Who Owns the Mic open mic and the Aquarian birthday bash all together. Come on out, February 8th. We doing it again. Trust me, we going in this
Fly
time.
coming soon.
We are going in this time. And
Ticket link too.
It starts 8 p.m. sharp.
Yes.
All the way till 1 a.m. in the morning. 8 p.m. sharp to 1 a.m. is going down at the Zulu Bar. February 8th. That's a Friday, people. Come on out, have a good time, spread the word. You know how we got down the last time. Those that hit me up like, yo, I saw the video. Man, I missed it. Blah, blah, blah.
Yes,
Get your
you did.
behinds down to the Zulu Bar. 437 Main Street, West Orange, New Jersey. Is going down.
And ask Kojo the bartender for a key lime power martini.
Yes. So it's going. it's my
rocking.
birthday bash.
There's a drink called the BKS1 at that bar named after us.
Yes.
Order it.
There's a couple actually.
Yes.
They made like 2 or 3 of them joints.
Yes, they're going to be having some more that night. It's going down. It's
We
going
need
be
to
an
have
awesome
them make
time.
up a hurricane kiss
I
and a
believe
storm
so.
norm
I agree. I agree.
and an angry woo.
In a
A virgin angry. They should call it a virgin angry.
A virgin angry
virgin
woo
angry.
and a smooth pea.
And a smooth pea.
The smooth pea's gonna put you out.
Phyllis, we want to see you in the building. So we giving you enough time, Phyllis. We want to see you in the building.
Yo, y'all crazy.
West Orange at the Zulu Bar. Oh man, it was
You
awesome.
can't drink if you color your beard. You can't drink.
Yes, if you missed the holiday party, Trish,
you got shoe
you
shine.
hearing right? You see the unprofessionalism when I'm trying to advertise.
Boss, it's Friday.
And they're talking over.
I'm quiet.
You see?
Yo.
I'm quiet. I got you.
He's going to Human Resources Monday.
Right.
Trish said, "Put the glove on the penis."
Send him
Stop,
down
stop,
to Human
stop,
Resources
stop,
Monday,
Suits.
please.
Yo.
All right.
Trish said, "Put a glove on."
Stoops. This time he said he's going to leave the chicken.
Yes. No. I'm going to give the chicken to Kiss,
Yo.
and Kiss is going to present the chicken.
Shit.
Yo.
To pay penance.
I had
How about
like
that,
6
Stoops?
wings. I
see
just
you, boss
started.
lady.
I was like, where the chicken at?
I had 3.
I was like, where's the chicken? No, I'm saying, where the whole dress? I don't know. I said, oh shit.
Well, currently they're,
Who took it?
they're in the East River.
He's going to leave it this
Damn.
time so we could partake in the wings.
Damn.
Partake.
Hey,
So we can
look.
partake.
Soups made the correction. Move on. Goddamn.
All right, we want to thank everybody for joining us.
Definitely.
February 8th is going down at the Zulu Bar. Remember that Friday, February 8th. It is written in stone. It is officially confirmed.
Yes.
It's going down to Who Owns the Mic open mic.
Friday.
Only way BKS1 Radio does it. We gonna rock. Oh man, we rocking on Ennis.
Come looking sharp, no Shushan beards.
Birthday party along with other Aquarians. But it's gonna be off the hook. Come on out. Incredible guests, performers, everything.
You know how we do.
Yes.
All right, let's get it.
Leave the shoe shine on your shoe.
You stupid. Real quick, remember this show is never about us.
It's always about you.
Just for men. Because you are the next best kept secret.
All that good stuff.
Love yourself.
Always remember, if you bring chicken to some place, don't take it back.
And just let your shoes shine.
with the man finger.
With the finger, Soups. With the finger.
Peace, y'all.
Yeah,
Yo,
Spread
we
it
love
on
y'all.
so silky
We love
smooth. Just let your shoes shine.
Just let your soul
I
glow,
love you
Soups.
too. I love you too.
Yes, you do. What do you know what's funny, you bastards?
The man wants to be called Muhammad Ali.
Muhammad Ali.
Muhammad Ali.